Okay, I'm sick and I'm tired. I'm out of fatigue. None of my be mine. They could have.
Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the New Jersey Nets going up against the Utah Jazz at Vivint Smart Home Arena. With Mike Fratello and Clark Kellogg, I'm Kevin Harlan. And we've got David Aldridge reporting in from the sidelines. And so off the tip, it's New Jersey. It's Williams high post. The Nets working the ball around now. Birdsong misses. And so Green will bring it up for Utah. This, of course, their first look at the Nets. Here's Griffith. And Dawkins pulls it down.
He's a solid mid-range shooter, but just wasn't able to knock that one down.
And it's Cook missing. Pass to Green. Now Bailey. And he's covered by Dawkins. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Dantley. It's rebounded by Williams. Here's King. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. All the anticipation of the preseason comes to an end here, Coach. How eager do you think these two teams are for their first game?
You wouldn't believe how anxious these teams are to get going. This has been their focus for so many months. Now it's here, and all that pent-up energy can get put to use on the floor.
Pass to Dawkins. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Well, I tell you what, the muscle and athleticism of Daryl Dawkins, a.k.a. Chocolate Thunder, impressive. He always goes full throttle in action and words. No let up in his game.
The first one falls.
We see the extra work he puts in from the line. It shows through when he needs it most.
And both free throws good for Dawkins. Here's Green. Pass to Griffith. Here's Dantley, and he gets the bucket.
Good work from the interior. Dantley is such a polished offensive threat.
For New Jersey, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Now King. Shot clock at 5. From the wing. No good. Shot missing.
The defense willing to concede the mid-range. As the lesser of evils, it paid off there.
And the Nets with possession. Pass to Dawkins. And Dawkins slams it in.
Leave it to Dawkins to throw it down with style. Absolutely thunderous.
Green deciding where to go with it. Over Cook. And it's Green missing.
You won't see that from him very often, missing the bunny like that.
Pass to Birdsong. Here is Cook. Here's Birdsong. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Some fire from Birdsong inside, working hard to get his shot.
They need to find a high percentage shot, Clark, to regain some of that confidence.
I think they've gone too long without seeing one go down, and that begins to mess with your psyche.
It's the Nets now, following the bucket by the Jazz. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. Trailing by 2. Pass to Dantley. And it's King with the rebound.
And the defense was ready for that. They know he's a threat at the rim and swarmed him on that layup.
There's the pick. 6 to shoot. Birdsong passes to Dawkins.
Chocolate Thunder! Daryl Dawkins, his dunks are extra loud.
Jazz have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Here's Green. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Got the better of the defense that time. Easy trip to the rim.
To the left wing. King, the pass to Williams. Here is Cook. The Nets working the ball around now. Pass to Birdsong. Shoots. Eaton grabs the miss. Jazz have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Now Bailey. Over to the wing. Here's Dantley, and he hits it to tie the game up. Dantley's got 6 points.
A scoring guard, Dantley figures out ways to put up numbers.
Here's Birdsong. Utah with the rebound. They kick it out to Green. Here's Eaton. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. And now looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game.
Boy, and that's always hard to see. I mean, I really hope it's not too serious.
One of the cruelest things about sports is injury. You hate seeing something like that happen.
A different look for Utah. Kelly's checked in, and Drew's subbed in for Bailey. The shot by Dawkins is no good. Jazz have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Green passes to Drew. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Now it's a 4-point Utah lead.
You see the confidence Drew possesses. The closer he gets to the rim, the more he looks to score.
Leaving no margin for error. That was a terrific finish.
Clark, this is what happens when you refuse to box him out.
Yep.
You have great positioning and even better timing. Superb work on the offensive glass.
Here's Dantley. He has 6. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
Going for that high percentage shot. He wants to make sure they convert.
Birdsong passes to Dawkins. Can't hit from the elbow. Utah leading by 4. Here's Dantley. No good. He's missed 3, and he's made 4 of his 7. Pass to Birdsong. The rebound by Drew.
Just unable to get into any kind of rhythm this quarter.
And that's the way it goes sometimes. But his team is doing what they can to try and get him going.
Here's Kelly. Nothing on the board. Rebound by Williams. Nets trailed by 4. Cook, the pass to Williams. Here's Birdsong, guarded by Green. Birdsong misses. The Jazz on offense. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Green, the pass to Dantley. Pass to Drew over Williams. The Jazz with another miss.
Relatively open from mid-range. You'd like to see that one go down.
He gets it in there.
And Birdsong is a gifted shooter, especially from the mid-range area.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Utah leading. Eves passes to Drew. Here's Griffith. Still without a basket. The teardrop falls in.
This is how you capitalize in close. Griffith, superb at burying himself deep in that area.
Williams passes to Dawkins. The 9-foot shot. Rebound, Utah. Okay, time for an injury report.
Hey guys, Utah's head athletic trainer gave me an update. Sounds like he has a sprained shoulder, which is limiting his range of movement and, of course, causing real tenderness in that area. He's definitely out for the rest of tonight, and he'll probably need some recovery time beyond that. Guys, back to you.
Okay, David, thank you. Clark, I know we've all been wishing him a very speedy recovery.
Most definitely. Injuries are still such an unfortunate reality of the game, and we know they're going to happen, but they're never pleasant when they do.
What a shame.
Yeah.
Well, on the floor and in recovery, it's all about taking care of yourself. I'm sure he's been doing just that.
The Jazz making a switch here. Green's checked in. Here's Eves. Five to shoot. Over in the corner, Green. Over Richardson. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Coach, a tough stretch for this offense.
I'd say they need to get back to what they do best. Right now, that's a question mark.
A big question mark. Pass to O'Corn. Shoots a three. Here's Johnson. Lays it up and banks it in.
Excellent play by Johnson. Just getting in there and fighting for it.
Outside, Green. And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's the Jazz up by 4. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Jazz.
Well, I've liked their assertiveness inside. They've been getting that way and playing that way the whole time, setting the tone right away that the inside area is their territory.
And the other area they've impressed me with is their commitment to dribble drive, not settling from the perimeter. Excellent vision on display, dropping a dime to set up his teammate.
Pass to Drew. Over Johnson. Drew gets the bucket. Drew's got 6 points.
Fighting for those points. Drew's someone who expects to score 20 whenever he steps on the floor.
Fade away. Here's Willoughby. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
Gotta love that effort for the second chance point.
Eves passes to Green. Here's Kelly. Here's Drew, and it goes down 2 points. He's got 8.
The story of their offense so far has been just that, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Here's Richardson, and he can't bank that one in. Drew passes to Green. Here's Drew, back to Green. Pass to Kelly. To the right side. Fires it up. Drew misses. Nets trail by 4. Here's Willoughby. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. Drew passes to Green. Here's Drew. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Lifting off. The defense gives Drew some space, and he quickly takes advantage.
For New Jersey, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And so Alexi Morris calls a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. The Nets making a switch here. Pass to Birdsong. Here's Cook. And it's Utah with the rebound. Kelly's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Green, the pass to Drew. 6 on the shot clock. Wow. In transition, here come the Nets. Chalk up 2 there.
This is why coaches preach ball movement. It keeps everyone engaged.
And so Green will bring it up for Utah. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Pass to Cook. Here's Birdsong. Back to Cook. Here's King. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Green drives in, and the shot goes in. Green's got the lead up to 6 now for the Jazz.
Always helps to have a trick up your sleeve. He uses a nice dribble move to get some breathing room.
Here's Cook. He can't get that one to fall. For Utah, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Green passes to Drew. Here's Kelly, and he goes in for the dunk.
Throwing a haymaker. He wants to make them feel it.
So it's New Jersey now. Offensively, Clark, things have sort of fallen apart for them.
And they need to recover as soon as possible.
With the step back, Drew gets the bucket. Drew's got 8 here in the quarter.
Hey, now, when John Drew knocks down a shot or two, watch out, because he can explode. And we see that in this.
And that one is good.
He has a particular set of skills, and they're very fun to watch.
And the Jazz call time here. And we're certainly glad to be coming to you live, although we appreciate those great fans, Coach, who stay up to watch the games broadcast on tape delay.
And as their numbers grow, I will see a day when we'll be able to watch every NBA game live without buying a ticket.
Oh my gosh, I would love for that day to be sooner than later. Dawkins checked in for Johnson. So it's the Jazz now. Nice ball movement by Utah. Here's Griffith. 5 on the clock. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Stay aggressive. I don't ever like to see teams pump the brakes when they've got the lead. Stay aggressive, attack, a fantastic way to pad your cushion.
Absolutely. You know a run is coming.
And that's how you move the ball, putting the defense in a really tough spot.
Jazz leading by 8. Green, the pass to Dantley. Here's Eaton. Out left of the wing. And Dawkins pulls it down. King outside. Fades away. They get it back. And the shot goes in. Dawkins has got 8 points.
Thing of beauty watching Dawkins work on the glass, using that size and muscle to his advantage.
Here's Eaton. Pass to Dantley. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Battling against the defense, fighting for that interior opening.
Here's Birdsong. And again, it's New Jersey converting.
Tremendous confidence from Birdsong. You know, that's why defenses have to be right up into him. Otherwise, it's a wrap.
Pass to Drew. To the wing on the left. Dantley. And Jaminski pulls it down. Nets trail by 6. Here is Cook to the left side wing. Here's Birdsong. Rebounded by the Jazz. Eaton's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Here's Birdsong. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 10.
Close range, high percentage looks will never go out of style. That's just strong, fundamental basketball.
Here's Dantley. Second shot opportunity. He lays it in. And so Alexi Morris calls a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
Totally unacceptable, inexcusable, the number of points they're allowing inside.
Yeah, Coach can't be happy about that. They have to show more fight down there.
Williams, he's checked in for New Jersey. Nets trail by 6. Here is Cook. Hasn't made one yet. Here's Birdsong. And the Nets miss again. The Jazz shooting well. 50% for the 4. Drew gets the bucket.
And you know he's finishing when he gets that close. Count it.
And it's Cook with the ball for the New Jersey Nets. Pass to Birdsong. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. Utah leading by 8. Here's Dantley. Pass to Eve. Here's Eaton, and he's covered by Dawkins. Here's Dantley. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 5 rebounds tonight. And here is King. Back to Cook. Now here's King. The Nets working the ball around now. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Birdsong. Count it. Birdsong's got 12 in the game.
a scoring guard. Birdsong brings this team serious punch in the backcourt.
Pass to Griffith. That's good for his third bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field.
He's hard to stop when given any room to operate at all.
Here's Dawkins. Goes back up. It's good, and the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 6, and the basket from Buck Williams.
Got to be cognizant of where Williams is, especially on the offensive boards where he's so active.
Here's Dantley. 10 points for him, and there it is for him. 12 points for him. There's 37 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Cook the pass to Dawkins. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
This is where Dawkins looks to score. The closer he is to the bucket, the more dangerous he becomes.
Pass to Drew. Here's Dantley. Shot clock at 6, and Eaton gets it to go.
Great feed to the interior, resulting in a successful attack right at the hoop.
With the drive, Birdsong. And so it's Utah holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Utah leading by 8. Green bounce pass. The shot by Dantley, no good. Burnett shooting the ball at 42%. King, that's good.
This is what coach wants to see. Moving the ball to where the coverage is weakest.
Out to the right wing. They set the pick. Griffith passes to Dantley. That one goes in.
It's hard to stop Dantley because he combines a smooth outside shot with an array of moves inside.
Drives to the hoop. Birdsong passes to Cook. Just 5 on the clock. Count it, good. King's got 8 points.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter.
Pass to Drew over Williams. A rebound by the Nets. Dawkins has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Birdsong. King left side. A rebound by the Jazz. They've led by as much as 10. Griffith passes to Drew. Excellent D there from Williams. Nets trail by 6. Here's Birdsong. And it's good for 2. 14 points for him.
Excellent dime from Cook. Loves getting his teammates involved.
Griffith passes to Green. Here's Eaton, and he's covered by Dawkins. Fader on the way, and that one's good. Griffith. And the Jazz lead by 6. And it's Cook with the ball for the Nets. Right wing. Here's Birdsong. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Here's Griffith. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Defense has to play Griffith tighter due to his scoring ability.
Utah shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
Some know Dow Griffith by the name Dr. Duncanstein, a tribute to his tremendous acrobatic abilities that let him cause havoc up around the rim.
And he can't hit the second. Nets trail by 7. Pass to Cook. Back to King. Here's Birdsong. With the floater. That one, no good. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. The shot by Dantley, no good. The Nets have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field.
This is the connection Williams has with his teammates. outstanding at sensing when to go for the alley-oops.
Here's Dawkins. He's got 10. Here's Birdsong, and he uses the glass on the layup. Birdsong's got 4 points this quarter.
When a guy gets this locked in, you just let him go off. No reason to stop running things through him. Nice pass, creating the opportunity. Great teamwork on that one.
Here is Cook. Scoreless thus far. And it's New Jersey scoring again.
And this is how you throw a bounce pass, keeping things simple.
Green passes to Drew. Here's Eaton, and he's covered by Dawkins. Here's Drew. Williams with the defensive effort. Nets trail by 3. Here's Birdsong, and he drops it in from the low post. Birdsong's got 18 points.
A well-timed feed was the catalyst for that bucket. That's how you set someone up for success.
Here's Griffith. Off target at the rim. The Nets have gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. For the lead, Eaton grabs the miss. The Jazz shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots.
An absolute terror on the drive. Griffith pounces on available lanes once he sees them.
Here is Cook. Still yet to score. And with that, the Jazz lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from King. Outside, Green. Here's Dantley. 16 points for him.
Now that's defensive presence. Harassing the shooter and grabbing the miss.
Back to Cook. Pass to King. Here's Birdsong. And it's in off the backboard. Birdsong's got 8 here in the quarter.
The defense getting hung up on the pick there. They've got to get over it.
And every time they don't, they're just allowing the shooter to find the jumper.
And the Jazz call time here. The Jazz making a change here. Kelly's checked in. Richardson, he's checked in for New Jersey. Drew passes to Green. Here's Griffith, and count it from 19 feet away. Griffith has got 13. New Jersey trailing. Richardson attacking.
Putting some power behind this play. Richardson daring the defense to foul.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Utah Jazz.
The fearlessness they've shown going strong inside has been impressive. The defense hasn't been very effective against them.
They brought the hard hats and the lunch pails with them too. Done some great work down inside.
First free throw is good.
And Richardson's role is to score, and score often. His coaches and teammates encourage him to be aggressive.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
I know he wanted to get them the lead here, but they'll just have to settle for a tied score.
And that one drops.
Great footwork and quickness. The difference maker there for Richardson.
Green passes to Drew. Here's Dantley. Outside, Green. 5 to shoot. Here's Griffith. Off target with his 3. The Nets with the lead. Williams passes to King, and it comes off the front of the rim.
And people were saying he shouldn't take that mid-range look, but he had the space and is capable of making it. Ties it up with that one. You know he's such a smart scorer. Not forcing anything, letting the opportunities come to him.
King, the pass to Dawkins. Back to King. The shot. Green with the rebound. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Utah. They've led by as much as 10. Pass to Richardson. Over Drew. Hits the jump hook. Richardson's got 5 points so far.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Green, the pass to Drew. Here's Dantley. Shoots over King. Misses off the right iron. Floats it up for Williams. Here's Griffin.
Make no doubt about it.
I'm loving it. What a throwdown. There he goes, Dr. Duncanstein taking flight. Darrell Griffin going way upstairs.
And Dawkins slams it in.
Ooh, I like that. The reverse jam.
Oh, yeah, look at the camera flashes popping up.
Nicely done.
Time called here. The Jazz decide to talk it over. Both teams deciding to change it up. We've got 1:48 left in the third quarter of the game. Eves passes to Hansen. Here's Drew. 16 points for him. Clock at 6. Over Richardson. And once again, off the mark by Utah. Birdsong passes to Richardson. Nets passing it around. Here's Jaminski. A rebound by the Jazz. Kelly's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Eves passes to Porter. Here's Hansen. Pass to Eves. Over Richardson. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Richardson, it's good. Richardson's got the lead up to 4 now for the Nets. Utah is shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Pass to Drew. The 15-footer. A rebound by the Nets.
Poor defense for sure, but the offense was worse.
11 seconds left in the third. Just 5 to shoot. From deep, Richardson, and we've reached the end of the third. Nets lead by 4. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Good. And Utah has possession. 6-point game. Green dishes to Kelly. They set the screen. Green, the pass to Drew. A rebound by the Nets. Jaminski's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's O'Koren. Nails the baby hook. And now an 8-point Nets lead.
I bet Coach loves to see this. Attacking the interior for a safer shot.
Green, the pass to Drew. On the high post, Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Birdsong, good.
And they're pressing their advantage here, looking to extend this lead.
Not content to rest on their laurels. They'll continue to attack.
Green dishes to Green. Pass to Hansen. Here's Drew. Puts up a deep 3. The Jazz with another miss.
Rough start for him for sure. He needs to make a shot just to gain some confidence. The tried and true alley-oop play.
You know what, Clark? Most guys would have gone for the slam, but he just lays it in.
Nice.
Either way, he got it done, and 2 points is 2 points.
Green passes to Drew. Will it go? And Jaminski pulls it down. Jaminski's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Johnson outside. Pass to O'Corn. Here's Birdsong. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. Hansen can't hit. New Jersey leading by 12 to the inside. That one goes. Count it.
Nothing like setting someone up. Feels better than making a shot. To me, at least.
The Jazz call timeout.
He's forcing shots offensively, hurting his team in the process. He needs to trust his teammates more.
Dawkins check in for Johnson. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, during that timeout, the coach of the Jazz talked to his team. Now, he asked for one thing, intensity. He said, I need you to crank it up to 11 out there. That's how we turn it around. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thanks. Now, here's Green. Griffith passes to Green. Here's Kelly. Here's Griffith. Trying to end the drought, and Jaminski pulls it down. Jaminski's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Hey, it's as plain as pound cake. Keep it simple. They want to see how big this league can get.
No such thing as running up the score at this level.
Now here's Green. Drew passes to Dantley. Fires from 14, and Jaminski pulls it down.
And to me, they appear desperate to stop this cold streak right now. So far, nothing is working.
You can see the frustration is mounting, and because of this, their offense has been sputtering.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Nets.
Well, they've continued to play pedal to the metal, leaking out and capitalizing with ease when they get opportunities in the open court.
Also, guys, they put in maximum effort on the offensive glass. Great determination to follow shots and not give up on the possession.
Good on both.
Obviously, Otis Birdsong lacks size, but he's got the handle and nimbleness to more than make up for it and can just slice defenses apart.
Here's Kelly. Here's Griffith. 8 for 15 with that made basket, but he's not satisfied yet.
What a burst out of that first step, straight to the hole.
There's a screen. Birdsong passes to King. Here is Cook. Here's Birdsong inside, and Dawkins slams it in.
They're starting to idle down and settle in. Much better shot selection this half.
Yeah, they're showing great patience at the offensive end.
Here's Drew. Kelly passes to Green. Here's Drew. He's guarded by Williams. Looking to get it going. Drew misses, and the Nets with possession. They've gone on a 16-2 run, not allowing much.
Smart pass that time by Cook, setting up a ready shooter instead of trying to force something himself.
Green bounce pass. Dantley, the rebound by the Nets. Dawkins has got 11 rebounds in the game. Cook, good.
Finding a gap in the D and capitalizing.
Utah is shooting about 42% so far. Dantley the pass to Green. Here's Kelly. Here's Dantley. The rebound by Cook. Here's King. Another one falls for New Jersey.
They've gotten out to a big lead because of superior play on both ends.
No better way to do it. It's much easier to win games when you own both sides of the floor.
Here's Dantley. Here's Griffith. Shot clock at 5. Kelly inside, and he's covered by Dawkins. Count it.
Nice feed there, setting up his teammates perfectly for the bucket inside.
Shoots from the high post. And Dawkins slams it in.
What a strong player Dawkins is, brushing off the physical defense.
Pass to Drew. Fades. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 5 assists in the game. Nets leading by 22. King left side. At the elbow, Williams. Up top, King. Rebounded by the Jazz.
And the D daring him to prove he can make it from that spot. Unfortunately for him, not able there. Well, he needs help. Scoring-wise, his teammates need to do something.
Here is Cook. Here's Birdsong. They get it again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
Pass to Dantley. Shoots over King. That misses off the backboard. Nets leading by 22. Out to the wing. To the middle. Here's Dawkins. Good again. He's on tonight. 9 for 13 shooting.
From a strength standpoint, Dawkins is in his own category, overpowering his opposition tonight.
Kelly passes to Griffin. To the paint. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
The lead pass, executing one, takes a high basketball IQ.
The Jazz call timeout.
Utah timeout call.
Both teams will make substitutions.
One shot.
It's the Nets now. There's the pick.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Richardson outside. The Nets working the ball around now. Shot clock at 3. Over Green. Bank shot. No good. Over to the left wing. Griffith passes to Dantley. Looking to end his cold spell. New Jersey with the rebound.
Really hard to think of things they didn't do well in this one. Certainly a dominant night on offense for the Nets.
You know, Clark, they had great ball movement in this one, didn't they? And it shows in those assist numbers.
Well, I like the way they played, Kevin. An unselfish brand of basketball, and they created a lot of good shot opportunities with their passing and movement.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
Inside, Dantley can be a real troublemaker. He goes straight for the defense and gets himself fouled.
Take a break. Take a break. Two shots.
2 shots.
And the first one drops.
Great scorer. Dantley can light it up.
Drew's checked in for the Jazz. And a change for New Jersey. Walker's checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Well, New Jersey shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Richardson outside. It's stolen. And here comes the break. Here's Dantley. Willoughby with the rebound. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. There's the screen. Here's Jaminski. Guarded by Green. Jaminski, good.
And they were all business tonight, all about the work. Came in here and took care of business.
They had the right attitude and approach needed to get a tough road win.
And so it's New Jersey easily grabbing this one. It takes physical and mental toughness, Clark, to win on the road. Man, they crushed it.
They sure did. And, you know, in terms of talent, there's just no comparison between these teams.
And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. So for Mike Fratello, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, and our entire 2K crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching this 2K sports presentation of the NBA. And we'll see you next time.